Good morning, Ravens!
And welcome back to the first ONW Now of 2024.
Did you miss us?
Because we missed you.
That's Megan King.
And that's Addison Lowe.
Our show today is packed with fun stories as well as an exciting game day.
And a highlight of Emma Stanfield's incredible work. There's so much to look forward to this episode, so stay tuned.
Sit back, relax, and let's roll that intro.
Addison, what'd you do on all the days off?
Well, I really enjoyed sleeping and spending time with my family. While snow days are exciting, they have also impacted students and their families. Let's take it to Jacob Antower to tell us more.
The district reviews many different factors that are necessary for planning a school day before canceling school. There's
essentially two questions. One is are all the things in place to be able to have a successful school day? Can buses start? Can kids safely get to the bus stop? Can our district facilities get the grounds cleared in a meaningful way so it's safe for kids, And then the other piece is, what does that look like? If we're really narrowly focused on that time frame of 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., that might look terrible. And then noon, it might not look so terrible.
As Mr. Zuck believes, we are over our allotted snow days for this year, and an adjusted schedule may be necessary for the fourth quarter.
I believe we are. I can't give you a specific amount, but I believe that we're over our allotted snow days would be my guess.
As there are many troubles that the administration and the district have to deal with, the teachers themselves also have to rearrange their way of teaching to recuperate the learning that they have missed.
Obviously, since we missed so many days and we had to adjust the deadlines for most of the projects and assignments that we had. And also I looked a lot at reviewing a lot of the criteria of the assignments and just as a kind of refresher.
These inclement weather days also cause teachers to maybe have to shorten their schedule or just remove assignments completely in order to help students meet their learning objective.
Well, definitely because we, basically missed, a week's worth of time. We did have to, possibly shorten some of our project modules, especially in some of the freshman classes, but we're still able to meet all the learning objectives.
With it still being winter, be sure to stay connected on future inclement weather days. For the Raven Network, this has been Jacob Amtower.
Now more than ever, finding school teachers has become incredibly difficult because of decline in people going into the profession.
This past week, Eva Herdig visited local elementary schools to talk to teachers about this issue.
This relates to social studies how? Who can tell me how this relates to social studies? Savannah.
In the past year, over 51,000 teachers have quit their jobs, with a concentration in elementary education. We have asked a teacher at Cedar Creek Elementary School why they feel elementary education is so vital to the lives of young children.
Elementary education is important because it's the foundation. More than just education, it's kind of a time that they're learning how to interact with people, be nice humans.
Working with children at such a foundational period of their lives comes with its difficulties.
Stanley.
It's not easy. You're keeping track of a lot of different people and a lot of different needs, and there's just so much more to it than just teaching them things.
Elementary teachers gratefully accept these challenges and work with students to improve their character.
I kind of feel like that's an important role just in general in the world today, just to kind of love on them and just keep them a little bit grounded.
For the Raven Network, this has been Eva Herdig.
Thank you, Eva, for bringing awareness to this issue.
Well, this past week, there was a chili cook-off that helped raise money for a local charity. Natalie Frazier has more on this special event.
This past weekend, the Poorhouse hosted their annual chili cook-off.
It's something we've wanted to do for a while. We were actually getting ready to start it as an annual event right before COVID hit. So it's just been a matter of, and this year seemed to be a great year to do it, and we plan on doing it every year hereafter. Yeah, it's pretty open to anybody. We're pretty relaxed on it. Everybody brings in a pot of chili. We ask for about 5 quarts so that everybody can sample for about 2 hours. Then we have a judge panel of 5 different judges that are going to sit down and boldness and all that good stuff, and then we will give out all the awards. We also have 2 People's Choice Awards. So as people taste, you guys should taste it yourself. You can vote on that.
This chili cook-off helps raise money for the Great Plains Animal Shelter.
So I work for Great Plains SPCA. And SPCA is an animal shelter in Johnson County. We're right by IKEA, and we serve all of Johnson County for their animal needs.
We got donations for food. Everybody's bringing up dog food, blankets, all this other kind of stuff. Seeing the community come together for dogs. We all like dogs and cats, pets. That's it. And, and to see the competitiveness of people when it comes out to cooking chili.
That's all for today, Ravens. From the Raven Network, this has been Natalie Frazier.
That is such an amazing and fun way to benefit our community.
I agree. But now it's finally time for game day.
Before we send it off to Adam and Izzy, we have a quick commercial break.
What is up, Ravens, and welcome to everyone's favorite part of the show, Game Day. I'm Adam Donner, joined alongside
Izzy Rothen. It's been a long break, but we're excited to be back and update you on ONW Now Sports.
Starting us off, the boys basketball team recently wrapped up the Saints Classic last weekend, placing second and going 2-1 in the tournament.
The team started off last Thursday against top 25 ranked Mill Valley and controlled the game from start to finish. Once they took the lead early on, they never lost and ultimately won 56-51.
The boys then played Friday night against Bishop Miege and dominated the Stags in a blowout 64-49 win, which put the team at 2-0 in the tournament.
The boys finished the tournament against St. Thomas Aquinas, falling just short in the final seconds of overtime, with the final score being 49-48.
The loss was their fourth loss this season of only 1 point, and now the boys look to bounce back tonight against Metro Academy. 7 o'clock, be there.
The girls basketball team played last night against St. James in the Newton Invitational.
The girls fought hard all night long but fell short, losing 49-42 to the Thunder while missing 2 starters, Jillian Huckabee and Taylor Foxworthy.
The girls are next in action tonight against Dodge City at the Newton tournament.
Our Raven Bowlers took to Royal Crest Lanes Tuesday and continued their dominance in the Sunflower League.
Both the varsity boys and girls took first in the Sunflower League quad against Shawnee Mission Northwest, Olathe North, and Olathe East.
Mason Browning took first place for the boys, and Skylar Holmes took first place for the girls. The team is in action next at Mission Bowl on Tuesday.
The boys wrestling team headed to Shawnee Mission Northwest on Wednesday for the Battle of the Northwest.
They battled hard and took down the Cougars, and now look towards their next meet against Andover. Meanwhile, the girls wrestling team took to Olathe South last weekend in the South Side Slam.
Chloe Harris won the slam and improved to 23-1 on the season, and congrats to Jen Packard and McKinley Hunter on also having great tournaments.
The girls are next in action Sunday at Washburn Rural.
The boys swim and dive team was in action last weekend in a 2014 meet at the Shawnee Mission Aquatic Center.
The team placed 13th with top scorers being Braden Zimmerman in diving, Kiefer Yim in breaststroke, and Brian Branstrom in the 50 and 100 meter free.
The boys leave tonight for Wichita for the prelim and finals meet tomorrow.
Now, we're going to take it to Joe Brescia for our players of the week, Jack Rastaford and Braden Zimmerman.
In exciting news, 2 Olathe Northwest divers have recently qualified for state. We had the opportunity to interview Jack Rastaford and Braden Zimmerman about their hopes for state and what diving means to them.
So far it's gone pretty well. We began really rocky, stuff I couldn't do well at all. I failed a bunch of dives, but so far we've picked it up. When I first started, I didn't really. I just did this because I could do backflip on the diving board. So I was like, how hard could it be? So I went in, and it's been crazy how much I've improved. I've been my limbs used to be really long and lanky, but now I'm more controlled. When I first came to ONW, I was the only diver. No one else dove. I was the only one. And progressively over time, people have joined me in dive. And some of the kids that we have now, they're juniors, and they didn't join dive beforehand. And when I took the role of being the only diver here, I took a risk. And not being afraid to stick out, not being afraid to do something new, not being afraid to be the only person to do something. wanting to do something, not because other people are doing it, it's because you want to do it. So I think that's the biggest legacy I want to leave behind, is just don't do something because someone else is doing it because you want to do it.
I think the season's gone pretty great. I've learned a lot of new tricks and already qualified for state in our second meet. Well, when I started dive, I had no expectations for myself to do anything well, but I've done better than I ever thought I could have so far. So
The boys leave tonight for Wichita for the prelims and finals meet tomorrow and have Sunflower Championship next week. Good luck, Ravens. For the Raven Network, this has been Joe Brescia.
Congrats to Jack and Braden for qualifying for state, and good luck to all of our winter sports athletes and their upcoming events.
That's all the sports we've got for you guys today for game day. This has been Adam Donner
and Izzy Rothen. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Adam and Izzy. There's so much to look forward to for our winter sport athletes.
Yes, there is. I'm really looking forward to the Ravens suiting up for an away game in Baltimore to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Ravens by 50. Fight hard, boys.
Megan, that's not right.
Yeah, it is. I saw it on the news and ESPN.
Okay, moving on. To stay on the topic of sports, we have the inside scoop on the Raven dance team documentary and how Emma made it come to life.
People outside of dance don't really know how it is and really what people the work put in for it.
Our very own Ravens student has took a deeper dive into what the dance team has done this season.
My main idea was really to just capture the sport of dance. I feel like lately, we've seen lots of football, especially last year we had a football documentary, and I was really inspired by my brother, by the way, just doing that, and then I realized I really want to do something like that, but also different.
Since Emma came up with the idea, she needed to find a way to execute her documentary.
I have a whole Google Slides presentation that I have who I'm going to be asking questions about, the regional competitions, who I'm interviewing. For that, I have all of my footage organized in my files on my computer, labeled them with dates, what they're doing, if it's a practice, if it's a competition. Around state-ish is when I really started filming a lot, every single week. I wasn't filming as much. I mainly just focused on the competition, but now that nationals is coming up, I'm filming I'm starting to film every single day.
Part 2 hasn't been announced yet, but you can find One Team, One Heart by Emma Stanfield on YouTube. For Raven Network, this has been Autumn Bertold.
Emma's dedication and hard work shows in the incredible documentary.
Another econ student, Andrew Ratzlaff, has used so much talent to accomplish a great achievement.
Cameron Ousley has more on this outstanding story.
On December 7th, fellow ONW student Andrew Ratzlaff competed in the 28th annual Visual Arts Contest. Here he entered his piece Dave, and let's see what his process was throughout the start of his piece.
Every year I do an art class, and then I joined ecom, and I've been doing an art class outside of it. This is the first year I haven't done drawing. I went to a concert sophomore year for Glass Animals and then lost Imagine and really wanted to win again, so I made another vector, but I was really into Glass Animals. So I spent 50 hours working on the piece. You just take a base layer photo and then you make a bunch of shapes and you color them in, and it's a tedious process of small shapes, gap checking the backgrounds to make sure you didn't leave any spots. But it's based off of a real image.
Out of 592 pieces submitted, 102 were chosen, and out of 4 categories, Andrew won first place in the digital illustration and printing category.
I won at the Merriam Art County for DPI, which is the digital illustration, for a vector art that I had made. I just really like winning, I'm going to be honest. So I made it to win.
Congratulations to Andrew Ratzlaff on your impressive work and award. We're excited to see what you do with your amazing...
This weekend is Olathe Northwest winter musical, Matilda. The shows are tonight at 7 and Saturday at 2 and 7. Make sure to go and support.
Well, unfortunately, Ravens, this amazing show has come to an end.
But don't worry, we'll be back again soon.
Don't forget to follow us on all of our socials at The Raven Network and our website, theravendaily.com.
Thank you so much for tuning in today, Ravens, but don't worry, the show hasn't stopped. After this, we have highlights from our Winter Sports Assembly. This has been Megan King
and Addison Lowe.
Raven Nation, let's fly!
at 2 and at 7 on Saturday.
3, 2, 1, pull that banner!
You know, we've done everything we can and we put everything we had out into that.
Hey, Senior, I got you. I'll tell you where the ball is, bro. All right, here we go. One ball left. Come on, Senior.